Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dane. It is currently 10:35 in the morning, and I wanted to wake up. Well, I've been up for a while, but I wanted to film this video talking about prediction markets and why essentially they are just bad tools, and essentially you will get wrecked if you use them. And it really comes down to this idea that the future is inherently unknown. And the fantasy that prediction markets sell you is that you can bet on the most likely outcome to make money and to generate, easy money, which is this whole, the premise of the whole thing, right? But when you take relatively no risk, you get relatively no reward, which I think most people can speak to. If you go out and gamble, of course you're never going to make it unless you actually take risk, because the system is designed to make you take risk and reward some but wreck many. And we are not in the business of gambling wealth away, and we're not in the business of taking any amount of money to gamble it away. And when it comes to prediction markets, this is even more true, in my opinion, because there is more collusion and there is more insider information for events, because events can be manipulated tangibly. If there's an important political event that can be manipulated, or some sports outcome or something in which someone could make a bet and make a lot of money on predicting, quote unquote predicting, or just manipulating the outcome, it's infinitely more likely that would happen in real world events versus collusion in a market, which of course does happen. And whales manipulate intraday trading, which we can get into pretty basically, that most people intraday trading get wrecked precisely for this reason. And I can throw up a study here, which there's countless examples of 99% of traders just getting wrecked. And people don't want to listen to this. People think that they have an edge, which can be had. It isn't impossible to make it in the market, and it's not an impossible dream to be able to make money in a market. But I think prediction markets are actually harder to make money, because the amount of money you get on your return for extremely likely events is near minuscule to the amount of money that you must put in. And trading, you can actually get better risk to reward ratios. And this whole premise of prediction markets and trading, they're so similar. They're not statistical. It's not probability. It's simply risk to reward. And they sell you this fantasy of, we can, if you just put this put an insane amount of money down and you can make $10. Pay for your cup of coffee. I literally seen these ads. If you put this amount of money down, you can get $10 and pay for your cup of coffee. The outcome is guaranteed, right? But if you do that 100 times, you will eventually lose. It is gambling. They've managed to skirt federal guidelines and regulations and say that they're not gambling because it's an event-based service. You don't have to gamble. You can use it to gauge probabilities of the future, and that's exactly true. However, they skirt a fine line. These prediction market platforms, they skirt a fine line in portraying that it is possible to profit in these markets, when, yeah, they can be tools for future outcomes, and, making sure that you're prepared for that and moving your life in that direction to, make better, decisions in the future. But to directly profit off that, to directly, think that you can make it off of this it's a fiction. And I think that you'd have a better chance just going to the casino and putting it all on red. And I mean that literally. Like, you have a better chance going down to the casino, walking in, putting 10,000 grand on red, and just praying. Because to me, that seems, I would rather do that than engage in these tools. I would rather do that. But yeah, sort of a random rant that I just wanted to film, and leave your comments below what you guys think about prediction markets. I think that they are useful to some extent, but to think that you can make money off them, I think is foolish. And if you delve into what they are on a base level, you will understand this. Yeah, like and subscribe.